Today we're gonna do something completely different. I finally managed to make my OBS work, and now I can also make videos outside of the tabletop simulator. I can actually uh, capture my screens. So what I wanted to show you is how I make cards for tabletop simulator and how you can actually do that. So I'm gonna open one template I'm using for my game Babylon. Let me just find okay, here it is. So these are the penalty cards used in the game, and you can see I have everything. This is my like a little template. So for instance, if I want to change these values here to any number I need, I can do it from here. All the icons on the cards are set on the layers. So yeah, I can change these icons as I see fit. Everything is named, and I can change the dice values. Alright, now I already exported every image. Like, there are two ways you can do this: either save for web, which is gonna make your image pretty small, especially if you set quality here around 60 or 50, depending what you want to do. But I'm actually exported this as a regular JPEG file. Here's my I can show you. Here's my directory with all the cards already set. So I like to do it one by one. I don't have any automated process. I have more control, and also usually I change some things in the fly, so it's easier for me like that. So here we have like 18 of these penalty cards, and should be 14, but I only have 7 of these shape cards. Well, should be 14 because in my deck I need 2 of them, and I'm not gonna actually put them, like, I'm not gonna copy them when I'm inside the image of the deck. I'm gonna do that from Tabletop Simulator. So let's make a deck. I'm gonna close this down. So how do we make decks in Tabletop Simulator? Well, Tabletop Simulator works with one big image that's gonna slice into smaller images, basically making from one big image lots of cards. So I'm gonna open one of my cards, alright, and I'm gonna go to image size. I'm gonna check the sizes here. I'm gonna actually write this down because so my width is 591 pixels, and height is 827 pixels. The resolution is 300, which is fine for printing, but I'm gonna lower that when I'm actually make the image for Tabletop Simulator, because you don't need a really big resolution for Tabletop Simulator. It's imperative that everything loads fast. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm gonna have an image that is consistent of 10 cards in a row, and since I have like let me think, 7 plus 18, let's see, 7 plus 18, 25 cards, which means I actually need 3 rows, because in first row I'm gonna have 10 cards, in second row like 20, and in the last row I'm gonna have 5. Alright, so that's important, because what I'm going to do right now, because width of my card is 591 pixels, I'm gonna multiply that by 10, because I'm gonna have 10 cards. So that's gonna be 5091. So usually I take the calculator, see what do I need to do. Multiply by 10. 500 is 910. Yeah, sorry about that. So this is how much my width of a card needs to be. And then height I'm gonna multiply by 3. So it's gonna be 827 multiplied by 3. It's gonna be 204081. Alright, so I'm gonna make an image like that. So let's do that. I'm gonna close this. I only needed to see the size of one card. So new image. So 5000 910. Oh, yeah, pixels, not centimeters. So 500, 9010 with 2481. And I'm not gonna set, my background is gonna be transparent. Alright, so here's the image. Okay, so that's gonna be a big image with all the cards. So now I'm gonna go to my directory where my old board games are. Here's the Babylon, assets, cards. I'm gonna select all these cards and just drop them into this file. Alright, so Photoshop is gonna drop one by one. So I take the card and it has like it snaps to objects. So basically I just place the card one after each other, snapping them like this, and I'm making that big image of my deck. Okay, which is gonna have 25 cards. Okay. As you can see, this is the, well, it's not maybe the fastest way, but I usually do it like this because, as I said, I like to have my control and do things manually. It may take a long time, but you know, it does the job. Alright, so that's my deck. Don't worry about this empty space here. It's not gonna be shown in the deck because if you enter the how many cards you have in the deck correctly, the tabletop simulator is not gonna split these empty space into cards. Alright, then I'm gonna make one layer. Usually you want it to be black. Okay, so I want background image to be black. Okay, so let me do that quickly. Alright, why? Well, because the black color will basically be the sides of your cards, not the frame, but the sides. Like if you take a card in Tableau Simulator, because it actually makes like a 3D object, you can see like an edge, you know, like when you flip the card on the side, you can see the black edge. Or you can actually color it yourself, but I don't recommend that. I usually use a black color. So this is my deck, and now we're gonna import it. Now here's the deal, I don't have a back for cards yet, so I'm gonna probably have to make it, and damn it, I should think about that before I have made this video. But let's just save this image for now. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save this image in my directorium. Well, let's call it main deck. Okay, save. Alright, so now by the power of editing, I'm gonna end the video here, and I'm gonna make backs for the cards, and then we're gonna continue this whole process. Alright, so I'm gonna actually show you how I'm making the backgrounds. I took this tower I made in Corel. It's like a vector object, but I exported like an image, and I'm gonna make backs for my card game. But I need some kind of a different background, so I have some textures here I'm gonna use. This one, I'm gonna copy that. Okay, and I'm gonna change it to be a bit orange, so I'm gonna use color balance. Let's see. Yeah. Alright. Let's make it a bit darker. Okay. Okay, that's good enough. Let me check. On this layer I have this little like it's like a border that I made. I think I'm gonna leave it. Oh, this looks nice. Yeah. So I need a background for my penalty cards and background for my like shape cards. So I'm gonna actually, well, I'm gonna do the shape cards first. So I guess it's gonna be blue. All right. I need this. I need something that's more blue. Okay. Let's see. If I adjust the color balance, I can add more blue. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. All right. So let me see what I can do with this tower. Okay. Let's add some kind of an effect. It's gonna do a shadow, but it's gonna be like coming from below and gonna make it a bit bigger. Actually, let's do 19 degrees. Okay. I'm just using a bit of a burn tool to make it darker on some spaces, and same here. Okay. All right, that doesn't look so bad, but I need something else. I'm gonna do some kind of a lightning on the layer above this. So let's see, filter, render, lightning effect. Okay, I need some kind of a color there. Well, let's do some kind of a turquoise color. So filter, render, lightning effect. Okay. Yeah. No, I liked it when it was more blue. Okay. Alright, I'm kind of satisfied. I just lowered the vibrance. Oh, no, a bit here. Yeah, that's the blue, that's the effect I needed. Alright, and I'm gonna write, you know, there is like a logo Babylon gonna be around over here, but I also want to do a bit of let's see, can I make this tower a bit, no, that's too much. Let's find something nice. Oops, no, the tower, no, too much. I need something, some kind of a line behind it. Let's try the layer stroke. Yeah. Okay, I need a blue one, a bit darker. Okay. Center. No, outside definitely. Okay. Let's lower a bit the opacity. Alright, just to, you know, so this little tower is gonna pop out more a bit. Alright, let me check something. No, that's too much. Okay, I actually want to lose some of these like textures behind. It's kind of too much. I want to make it a bit not so much pronounced. So let's use a median. Not really. Okay, let's check this. Okay, I need that. Okay. Yeah, it's good enough. Alright, so I have somewhere my player sheet. It's also like a big PSD file, the template. I actually need this Babylon logo, so it's here. I'm just gonna copy it directly inside over the card. Oh, there it is. It should be above. Okay. Okay. Let's make it a bit smaller. Alright. Okay. So it's good like that, but let's try changing its color. So should I go into, I like the blue, but okay, maybe this stroke should be a bit yellowish. Yeah, that could work. Okay, not bad. Let's see the gradient. Okay. Let's do something like this. Okay, good enough. And let's make it a bit like this. Okay. It's okay, but I need something. I actually know what I need. Let me copy everything. Removed drop shadow and put the white stroke. make it smaller. Okay. No, that's too much. Okay. All right. I'm still not satisfied. Let's try with the darker color then. Nope. No, I don't like it. I'm actually just gonna make it a bit pronounced like this. Okay, let's actually do with the shadow. So oops. I need it a bit more orange, yeah. Okay. So that's not bad. Let me see. Okay. I could go with that. So that's gonna be backs of my cards. So this will be back. Let me save this as a card back. Alright, so I'm gonna save it here as a JPEG image. It's gonna be shape back, so background basically for the shapes. And I need background for the penalty cards. It's gonna be the same. I'm just gonna change this. Something like that. Okay, but I need it in red because penalty card, you know, kind of red. Okay, image adjustments. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's gonna be. I need to adjust the color at least a bit less. So because I want them to be a bit more like orange. That can work too. Or should I leave it to blue? Decisions. I think I'm gonna leave it blue. Yeah. So save us. So this is penalty back. Alright, so I have back for my cars also. Alright. Time to go back to the main deck that I prepared previously. So since my deck's gonna, like, half of these cards gonna have one backs and half of them gonna have different, like penalty cards gonna have with the red backs and these shapes with blue, I actually have to do it here, and it's quite easy. I'm gonna take all these cards, group it together, and just make them not visible right now. And then I'm gonna go here. Oops, not here. This is where I'm actually recording. Let's go to directorium where the Babylon is. And I'm gonna take these two shape backs and gonna place them inside. Now I know that the 18 of them have these backs, so basically what I'm doing, I'm placing them on the same spot where those cards are, like you can see, right? I'm gonna fill this to the end and this to the space number 8. Now it's easier, like, let me see, I need to put 5. Yeah, and then I can take everything and just copy and I get 5 more. Yeah, quite easy. And then I get 5 more, and then I need let me check, 3 more. Okay, so let's do it quickly. 1, 2, 3. So basically, since the card's gonna have specific backs, and I don't want to make 2 decks. It's easier to make one image for both of decks and just split them in Tabletop Simulator. You'll see once I get there. So the rest I need in blue. So let me put this one. Okay. Let me just check quickly. Yeah, 4 more. And 1 more. Alright, so these are the backs of the cards. And now I'm gonna export both of these. I'm gonna save this one, but this time in JPG format. So let's go here in this directory and let's call it main deck JPG. Main deck back, actually, because these are the backs. Save. Okay, and then I just make them invisible, make this visible, and save it again, also in JPG format. So this will be main deck. Okay, alright, and that's it. Now I'm gonna open these JPEGs. So what I need to do, I need to make them a bit smaller, because this is pretty large image. Like if you go to the actual pixels, you know, it's really good like quality, but I don't need it for tabletop simulator. I need to make a file a bit much smaller. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually gonna go to image size. I'm gonna connect these things, so it's gonna constrain proportion basically, but I'm gonna go to percent. So it's now 100%. I'm gonna lower it to 60%. So it's gonna be 60% smaller image. Okay. So now when we go to actual pixels, we still see it's a pretty good quality, but the image itself now is only 3,546 pixels. Previously it was like almost 6,000 pixels. So it's kind of a bit much, not the half, but 60% smaller. So I'm gonna do it with that, and I'm gonna save it. Okay, and gonna do the same with the backs. Okay, so image size, gonna go with the percent, 60% smaller. Okay, and save it again. Alright, so I'm gonna even compress it more. How? Well, if I go to file and save for web, you can actually see here now it's the question of quality. So its quality is on 60. So the image is one. I can actually check the quality like here. Image is like 1.8 megabytes. But if I go like let's say 40 quality, which is not that good, like you can already see it's kind of bad. It's going to be 1 megabyte. So I think I'm going to go 50% of quality. Okay, and then I'm going to save it under the same name. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the same here. So alright, so with the web compression I even made it a bit smaller. Actually no. Alright, so now it's time to go to tabletop simulator and put everything together. You'll see how that works. I know it's going to be a bit longer video, but I actually want to show the process. I mean, that was what the channel was for from the beginning. I wanted to show people how they make these things in tabletop simulator, how you actually build your like cards and decks and all kind of stuff. So I'm going from the Photoshop. Now I didn't show you how I actually make the, well, you did see how I did make like backs of the cards, but not all the cards. That's something you have to decide how you're gonna do it. How you're gonna have an artist or okay. So I'm going to create single player, so no one's gonna bother me. Then save load. I'm gonna load my project. It's called Babylon. Here it is. Alright, I already done major work here, so I have tiles, I imported them, I imported the board, and I'm gonna import my decks. So let's wait for this to load. My mode caching is off, that's why the load is a bit slower, because I noticed that tabletop simulator eats lots of hard drive space when it saves everything, and I don't have much space on my hard drive. Alright, so we go to the object, components, and custom. And what I need is a deck of cards. Here it is. I'm gonna pull it here. And now this is important. So face. This is what's the front of the cards, how they're gonna look like. So we're gonna go browse local files. And let me find my directory. So board games, Babylon, assets, cards. Okay, main deck. So these are the faces. Now the tabletop simulator is gonna ask me, do I want to have it on a Steam cloud or locally? If I put locally, only me will be able to see the images when I load the modes. Not so I have to actually put it in the cloud. Okay, ask me where it's gonna be in the cloud. I just using the root folder. Upload, and we're gonna wait a bit. Now while we're waiting, here's a unique backs. So that's what we need to check out, because my cards have different backs. I mean, half of my deck is with one back, half with the second one. That's why I made it like that. Define the file for the backs. That's main deck backs. Select, upload to the cloud. And now here's the important thing: width. That's how many cards we have in one row. We have 10. And height is, we have this is actually, yeah, this is a row, this is the columns. So the height is 3, okay, because I have 3 columns. 10 multiplied by 3. Number is the number of cards. How much I have? 25, right? I have 7 plus 18. But even if I do a mistake, it's easy to correct because you can always go back. But I think it's 25. Are you cards sideways? No, they are not sideways, so we're not gonna check this. Are the backs are hidden? So this is like some tabletop similar to work before, that like last image in your big image, like last image in the row, you can put something completely different. It's going to be a back of the cards that's going to be shown when someone's holding cards in their hand, but you don't need to put the check here. Let me check. Yeah, and that's it. We go to import, and here's my deck of 25 cards. So let's see. Here's my shape cards, and you can see they have blue backs. I have 7 of them, right? And here are my penalty cards. They have red backs. See? So basically I made 2 decks using one image. It's useful because, you know, less loading time. Alright. Oops. Do I have any black images? Let me check. No, they're all fine. When I grouped them, they became a bit black, but yeah, that's just, I can shuffle them. So these are the small cards. Now, I need 14 of this, 2 of each, so I didn't want to do it in Photoshop. I can just copy and paste in tabletop, so Control C, Control V, here it is, 2 cards. Control C, Control V, and we just do it. And here it is. So you don't have to put the duplicates in the Photoshop, because you can do it in Tabletop Simulator just by copying them. And here is my shape deck of 14 cards, and here's my penalty deck of 18 cards. I can make them a bit bigger. Okay, let's check the quality. Pretty fine. Okay, you don't need this to be, you know, extra quality. I mean, you're gonna watch them on the screen. Probably something like this from afar when you want to check what they are. Okay, let's shuffle them, and my module is ready. I imported my boards, I imported my cards, I copied some dice right from in the object. You can go components, dice, there are all kind of dice here. That's where I got these dice. Tiles are already done. They're actually tokens which are double-sided. I connected them, and my mod is ready. I go to games, save load projects, and click here in this white little like button and just click overwrite, and that's it. My mod is now saved. Now it's not published yet, so I basically have to load it for other people to play it, but since everything is in cloud, whenever I load it, everybody's gonna load it immediately, you know, on their computer, and gonna be able to play my game. So Babylon is ready, and in next video I'm gonna play a solo game. That's why I needed these decks, and you can actually see it goes pretty quickly. I mean, of course, there was a part when I had to design the cards and do all the art, but that was like a day or so once I had an idea. Alright, so thanks for watching, and I'm glad I showed you a bit of the process. Of course, I can also explain how you can make these tiles. I can actually, well, let's do it. So object components. So how I did make cards, I go to custom and there are tokens. Okay, so tokens in this game use PNG images, because if you have a PNG image with the without background, if your image is like a circle, the program is gonna make a 3D object like a circle. So let's go to my directory where I have actually my tiles. So let me find it. So it was F, board games, Babylon, assets, tiles. Okay, so let's load one tile. Okay, I'm not gonna do a cloud, I'm gonna do locally because I'm just showing what it is. Thickness is how much thick your little like token you want to be. Mesh distance, well, it's usually on 15. This is like, if it's less, your shape's gonna be more accurate. If it's more, it's not gonna be. So 15 is like good. You can go 10 if you want to, but it takes a bit, memory space. But we all have a good computer. And then the only thing, they use the sliders, which is kind of really bad. I mean, yeah, you can't click it and write it, you use sliders. Is it stackable? Let's say yes, just to show you what that means. And then we import, and here it is. Now, the tokens in this game, so one side is correct, but if you flip it, the other side is going to be like in mirror. You can see the number 2. Now the thickness, you can see here. So let's say I right click on this token custom, and let's change the thickness to to 1. Wow, you can immediately see. So you can make little like I would say, if you don't know how to do things in Blender, making 3D objects, you can use this to make some kind of a terrain or obstacles, or I don't know. But right now let's get thickness back to 0.10. So that's actually quite okay for a token, you can see. Now, how did I solve the problem with the, having one side like this, and I need a different side like when I flip it. So this is what I did. So I have an image that is already mirrored in the Photoshop, okay, but not completely. You'll see how. So let me just check. This was assets. So S05. So the mirror image that I made in Photoshop is S06. Okay, let's go object. Let's copy this. Let's copy this token. Okay, check this out, and then click custom and just load different image. So I don't even have to go to the options and get a new token. I can use this one. So different image, same thing, import. Alright, so this is like a image that I need on the other side. Now when I flip it, this one is mirrored, this one is not. But if I place them one above them, like this, now you can use a grid to, like if you go to options, let's find a grid. Show lines, let's make it a bit smaller. Alright, so now everything's gonna like snap to the grid. So I'm gonna snap this, and I'm gonna snap this above. Okay, so they line up correctly, you can see. Now this is mirrored, but from this other side is not, and that's important because I need the other side. I don't need this side because it's gonna be covered with the token above. So I place it like this, and there is a really good thing here, joint. So I click on the first one and make a connection with the line to the second one, and now they are joined. Okay, bam. And check this out. When I flip it, yeah, correct side here, number is okay because mirrored is now on the bottom, and I have a double side tile, and that's how I made all of these. Now what the stackable means, well, if I copy this, okay, they're gonna stack onto each other even if I remove the grid. So let's remove the grid. Okay, and when you place them on one, oh, actually I need to break them to show you that. Let's break. Okay, basically I just need to click once. Oh wait, how to break in? Oh yeah, I can copy them. Okay. Yeah, broken. Alright, so what stackable means is now the grid is off, but they're gonna stack onto each other. See? You can actually see a little icon, and they're gonna stack. Alright, that's good if you're making a chips, or I don't know. Anyway, my thing is ready. And all of these, like this little board, this is a tile custom. You can see top image, bottom image. Tiles can have a top and bottom image, which is good, because on the bottom of this board I'm gonna make a score sheet. I mean score table. So once we finish the game, we can flip it and, you know, check the scoring. Right now I don't have that. I need to make it. These are the boards. You have to make a board if you wanna write on something. It must be board and it must be locked. Now these boards are, you can see, locked. I even make them, they're like little like sides a little like transparent just for fun. The ship and this little token, this is I got from Tabletop Simulator by default. If you go to object components, there are player pounds. I wish they add meeples. Actually, there are no meeples. You have to steal from other games. Basically, you can load the game and save it and then use it in your game, like I did for this ship. I can't remember from where I took this ship. Might be from some game that's like Euro game, user ships, I don't know. And I took this like my first player token. Okay. So yeah, thanks for watching. Sorry for the long video, but for those who are interested in this, probably did watch till the end. Anyway, see you in the next video when I'm gonna play a solo game of Babylon. So, goodbye.